$1 million in 82 days with a new Shopify dropshipping store. Let me show you how I did it. Hey everyone, my name is Eddie. I own multiple Shopify stores and I'm happy to say that e-commerce is my full-time job. However, I want to be fully transparent and I don't want to promote e-commerce as a get-rich-overnight type of business. I failed a lot of times and lost a lot of money to get here. So I want to help other people that are watching my videos learn what I learned over the past few years. This is one of my current stores. It's still running right now actually. I started this store on the 16th of October and I can show you that before that, I had absolutely nothing running on it. As you can tell, 16th was the first day that this store had any visitors on it. So I started advertising on it on the 16th, and from that point on to the 6th of January, I was able to sell over $1 million. A lot of people think that this type of results are fake, that people are using inspect tool or inspect element to change the numbers. I'm happy to reload the page to show you that these are real results. In fact, I can show you the last 90 days as well. As you can see, the store is still running. It generated almost an extra $40,000. One of the things that people don't really do when they show you their stores is they don't go into settings and they don't go into users and permissions, because you can see who the store owner is right there. So I'm happy to do that for you. I am the store owner, as you can clearly see. On top of that, I'm happy to show you how much I've spent to be able to scale so quickly to $1 million. So you can see whether I was profitable or not. I asked the agent that's helping me with shipping put together a bill that contains orders from the last few months so that we can calculate the average cost per order. I don't have Office on my computer, so this is some weird looking app called Neat Office that Windows just comes with. But anyway, just going to scroll to the bottom. This bill is from the last few months. It doesn't contain the exact same amount of orders from the 80 days that I've shown you on the Shopify dashboard, but we're going to use it just to calculate the average cost that I pay per order so that we can figure out what the profit was. Click on this column right here, which is my payment for each order. It's going to show me an average cost, and that is $14.61. And then we'll look back on the dashboard and look at the total orders that we had during those 80 days. It's 17,768. So this is the cost of goods sold. Let's see how much it is. It's actually very close to what the bill said right here. So the bill wasn't missing too many orders, but either way, we're going to count this as $260. Let's just see the rest of the costs. This is one of the ad accounts that I used. Don't worry, this is not the only ad account I used. I will show you literally all of them, but this is one of them which I had to switch, unfortunately, because it got banned eventually. As you can see, we had a lot of hiccups on this store. Let's just call it $127,000. I like to add some extra costs. Let's just say that I've spent so far $260,000 plus $127,000, and then let's continue checking the other ad accounts that I've used. So this is another business manager and it has multiple ad accounts on it, and some of them I didn't actually use for this store. I left them in here anyway because it's not that much extra money, but anyway, it's around $390,000, and I'll just refresh this just in case people think that this is not the real number. And here we go, $390,000. So we'll add that to the cost. I've actually used Google Ads as well on this account right here. It's a new account, so as you can see, I can't even actually go back more than December. But anyway, since the 2nd of December when I started up to the 6th of January, I've spent about $5,000. I have someone else who's running my Google Ads, so let's just call it an extra $8,000 in cost. As I said, I'm happy to exaggerate with the cost because I don't mind if I show that I made less profit than I actually made. It seems our costs were $785,000. I'm just gonna write $1 million minus $785,000, and it looks like the profit was, and it should be, over $215,000. I'm happy to open my Shopify app right here just so you see that I'm not actually hiding absolutely anything. I'm not messing with the results on the computer. It's literally exactly what I've showed you on the computer. I take this store as a learning experience. I'm spending all this money so I can get better at running ads, running an e-commerce store, running a business, because I want to invest all this knowledge into future businesses that I'm going to start. And the fact that I'm able to take $200,000 from all this as profit is absolutely amazing. I'm really happy about that. But let's talk about how I was able to make this happen in what appeared to be such a short amount of time, because of course it took me years to even attempt to do this. And I got some advice for beginners as well, because what I think held me back before I was able to make stores that are this successful was the fact that I was really overthinking everything and I was trying to make everything absolutely perfect. But what I've done for the best stores that I've ever had, including this one, I was tired of failing multiple products and multiple stores. So what I did was literally just create a quick store where I didn't even think about the name. I just put a store together using everything that I've learned, of course, but just no overthinking. I just wanted speed. That's all that I cared about. And that's what I advise everybody to do. The product description and the ads were convincing, but I did not stop and overthink on every single little detail. I just put it together as fast as possible. All that I cared about was that I get to test products and I get to actually be efficient with my time and effort. If you're at this stage and you're thinking, oh, I wonder what name I should give my store, I wonder what color scheme and all that, literally please just speed run that. It does not matter. The best stores that I've ever had were made really quickly, and I guess they were successful because the only thing I focused on was ROI. I focused on what was actually important. If you don't know how to choose a name for your store, literally just go here, type a random word. This was the first that came to my mind for some reason, and then just pick anything from here. All of these are .com domains that are available. Now don't pick Bloom. I don't think that's a good name, but other than that, literally this one, so simple. I put it into GoDaddy.com and look, BloomMy.com, whatever. This is what I've done when I made this store. I came on here with the first thing, I put it in here, it was available, bought it, started the store. Simple as. Now I went on the ad account where I started this store, which, as I said, it's banned now, but I don't use that no more, just to see how we started it. So as I always recommend, I started with an ABO campaign where I tested interests and ads. Looks like the first day I spent $220, and let's see, on the store it got us $333. So I think that we were probably around break even, maybe slightly profitable, but I didn't really care because it was enough for me to figure out that there's some potential behind this product. And then the next day I spent a little more, $300, and then we made a little more money, of course. It seems like here on the 29th of October, for example, we had a pretty good day. Apparently got almost $24,000 in sales. Let's go in here and see what we actually spent to get that. About $10,000. You know, some products eventually died down. So what really helped me keep going on this store was that I tested some extra products, and some of them failed and some of them worked. That's what kind of kept me consistent. But as you can see, in those 90 days, we were banned multiple times. We had multiple problems and interruptions. So the road was not smooth at all, but you know, I kept pushing and I found solutions to every single roadblock. Either way, around here I started testing some new products, and I found some extra ones that worked. How did I find those products? Literally, I went to the Facebook ads library, typed a few keywords to find dropshipping ads, and this is how I found all of the products that I'm selling. But you just have to be creative. For example, I typed worldwide shipping because I'm thinking that will bring us more dropshipping ads, because normal brands have stock in a certain country like the US and they won't ship worldwide, but dropshippers can ship worldwide because they don't care and they ship from China. Then I literally just scroll through here and see what looks like other dropshipping stores. Obviously this looks like the dropshipping store, this looks like a dropshipping store. I would literally just open them in a tab, keep an eye on them and see which ones I think are doing good. I tend to look at the ads that have multiple copies, like this one. This is another dropshipping store, of course. I think we all know this product. It's this massive flashlight. Let's open this one as well. And normally I do this for hours until I find a list of stores that I think are selling products that could make me money, and then I monitor them for a little while and pick one of the products to test. Of course, I go on and test them. Just like I said, I open an ABO campaign and I just throw around 10 ad sets in there, each of them targeting one interest, and 4 to 7 ads inside of each of them. This is that flashlight product that I found, and if you look at this is an awful looking website. Honestly, you might as well shine that flashlight in my eyes and blind me, because this website is looking terrible. But let's see a little more about their page and ads. It looks like they have multiple copies, so they must be spending a little bit of money potentially. They're also running some page likes campaigns, so that means that they're trying to warm up this page. They might not be a beginner after all, and they created this page literally on the 10th of January. Basically, these people just created this page like a few days ago. They're already already running multiple copies of their ads and they're running page likes, those are indications that they might actually be selling a little bit. I'm not telling everyone who's watching this video to go test this product because that would be counterproductive, but this is literally what I do when I look for products and I decide what I test. Of course, I do a little bit more research. I'm not just gonna go and make a store right now without looking whether I have enough content to make ads or a few other details, but point is, this is how I find potential products that could scale to millions of dollars. By the way, if you're learning from me right now, besides liking the video and commenting and doing all that YouTube engagement crap, you might really enjoy being part of this community that I've built where I'm sharing information just like this called Mavenport. It's on Discord and everybody's welcome to join for free. It's active pretty much all the time, every single day. There's always someone here to talk about e-com with and to network with and to learn from. I really think this is one of the best ways to learn e-commerce right now, and I'm really active in here as well. We have 12,000 members right now, which is crazy, and we're going to continue growing. So if you're liking this, definitely join the Discord. There's going to be a link in the description of this video right here. Just gotta click on it and it will invite you to the Discord for free. Also, these are some of the people that learned from me and these are the results that they've had. Absolutely impressive. There are people here doing more than $10,000 a day just like me. So you definitely want to be around people that are smart and people that you can learn a lot from. Anyway, I'm going off track here a little bit. I was showing how we scaled that day to more than $20,000. You have to completely ignore the sales reported by Facebook because they're not tracking most of our sales, but they are tracking the ad spend accurately. And basically, as you can see, we had multiple CBOs running at a pretty high budget. Let me explain to you very clearly how I got those CBOs running. From the initial ABO campaign that I started where I tested multiple interests, I eventually found some of them that were really profitable. Let's say you're testing a dog product and one of your interests is Petco and is really profitable every day for like 3, 4, 5 days in a row. What I did in my situation was I took this Petco interest and put it in a CBO alone. Nothing else to it, literally copied it exactly as it was in the initial testing campaign. I took it and I put it in its own CBO campaign. So we had one campaign with one interest and the same amount of ads that I started with. I think I started with around 7 ads. They were all completely different videos. And I basically just scheduled it to start at midnight, basically start the next day, and the budget was $100. And this is what I do all the time when I scale. So I'm taking an example right now. Obviously, none of my interests were targeting Petco, but this is actually how I was scaling this store. So let's say the first day is doing pretty good. I'm going to leave it that way. And then the next day, if the second day on this CBO, we're getting really good ROAS, what I start doing is I just start increasing the budget to like $200. So I'm jumping another $100. A lot of you are going to think, wait, is that not going to ruin the optimization? No, don't worry about that. Facebook's not even tracking most of your sales. It's barely optimizing. So you don't have to worry about ruining the optimization, right? Just think logically. And that's what I did while running this store. You see those jumps right here, and especially right here. This was me creating those CBOs and doing exactly what I explained to you. And this is what led to me eventually selling $1 million in less than 3 months. Of course, there are very many sides of running $1 million business. It would take me forever to explain everything in detail, but if you have questions or suggestions or you want me to go a little more in depth in a certain part of this business, then just write them in the comments. Anyway, I'm hoping that this video taught you something and it motivated you. I'm hoping that you appreciate the transparency and that I did not disrespect you by showing you a store that I made a year ago and I actually showed you fresh information that I'm using right now to generate millions of dollars with Shopify. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to join Mavenport Discord.
Even got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite, they feeling.